All right, welcome to episode 178 here in 2024.
Yeah,
How's it going, Noel?
it's going
That's
good.
her headache.
Hey,
Yeah. How was Christmas and all that?
it was good.
New Year's? It
Christmas.
was all right. It was very, 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 very quiet, so that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, we saw the kids in the early morning. Then we just sat home. Well, you know, Robin's gets a little tired
Yeah.
these days, so we just kind of take it easy. You know.
It was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Everyone's here. Jerry, Gail, Robin.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Let's see. Don't forget stars. By the way, we do have the star program still going in 2024. Thank you to everyone that donated to us last year, and please do again. It's 100. What is it? 99 cents for 100 stars.
Yeah.
I'm really low energy today. I know we both are. We might have to wrap it up. I don't even know. Hey, Chris.
I mean,
Oh dear.
Hey, Chris. Sorry, we got some stuff. I mean, first of all, Niagara Action. Before we start, we all know that it's still Nick.
that's 100% Nick D'Angelo running it.
So please, if you don't by now know,
Yeah.
just stop with them. But just stop, block them, do whatever.
Report it to
Report it.
the page.
Yeah.
And
Enough's
he
enough.
also is running the Action 716. He's trying to get everybody to go onto that page too, the Action 716.
And that's where he probably does it. I bet you more local stuff.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. We got some stories though that are very local, of course, and there's two of them, and they're both disgusting.
Yeah.
They both really are terrible. The first one that I wanted, that is Nevaeh Quarantillo. Remember her?
Yes.
In the summertime, she was riding her bike and got hit and pinned up against a tree. And well, let me play this. I got a little thing from Channel 4 News. It'll explain it and explain where she is now and what happened the other day.
Niagara Falls family has been on since their young daughter was involved in a horrible crash over the summer.
Their daughter has been fighting hard on her road to recovery. Jeff Preval joins us now from the newsroom with this story. Jeff.
In the criminal case against the driver in that crash. The driver, a 25-year-old woman from Niagara Falls, now faces a series of charges. The past 6 months for the family of Nevaeh Quarantillo have been agonizing. Nevaeh, who was 11 years old, was riding her bike on Ferry Avenue in Niagara Falls, where she was mowed down in a car crash. Her mom says Nevaeh was pinned under that car and suffered third-degree burns to parts of her body and did not get oxygen to her brain for 8 to 10 minutes. Nevaeh has been in a coma at Oishei Children's Hospital ever since.
From the beginning, it was truthfully very scary. Even throughout her journey, I say it's like a roller coaster ride because it's honestly up and down. We have good days, we have okay days, we have sad days, and we have scary days.
And the family is seeking justice. Prosecutors have now announced that 25-year-old Wahane Cox faces a series of charges in connection to the crash, including assault, vehicular assault, and DWI with a minor in the car. She's been released with an ankle monitor. If convicted, she could get a maximum of 7 years in prison. Well, thankfully, Nevaeh has been making progress in her recovery. Her mom says that she's off of a ventilator now, is now breathing on her own, and can now start to turn her head, but there is still a long road in her journey in getting better. Live in the newsroom, Jeff Preval.
All right. Hey, Scott, Mallory, Angelina. Nice to see you guys here. So there you go.
Yeah. And how do they pronounce her name? Wahane.
Yeah.
And she was very non-sympathetic throughout this day. She was on the Niagara County Mugshot page today. That's why I'm home. You could kiss my booty, and
Yeah.
she didn't care. She doesn't give a shit.
Doesn't care. Go ahead.
Never-
That's the thing. Like, if it was an accident, like, I mean, if you were driving drunk and obviously it's an accident, you don't mean to do this. Don't you have remorse
Right.
at least? Like,
Right.
don't you?
No, she stayed.
don't you at least think like, I don't care what the charges are. Oh my God, I put this little girl in a
Yeah,
coma.
she doesn't obviously give two shits at all. She's on the Niagara County mugshot page and sharing her own mugshot with kissy faces and saying I'm home.
And you know, there's a couple things here. Mallory says this, then I got, these are two comments that I was thinking, and we all probably are. Released with an ankle monitor. How fucked is our system? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you be in an ankle? Why is that?
And she's bragging about it.
Yeah,
When was she arrested?
just the other day. She was
Yeah,
charged the
just
other day, just
yeah.
recently, like maybe
She's been walking around.
mhm, for 6 months. Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah, since that happened, they finally charged her. And yeah, it is fucked. And again, Chris says, wow, 7 years, that's it. Exactly.
Yeah.
7 years.
This little girl might
Done.
live the rest of her life.
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
yeah.
It's never gonna be the same, never.
And it was just the summer. Like her mother, I'd read somewhere else. It's just a normal summer day riding her bike. You know, nothing, you know, she wasn't out of in anywhere she shouldn't be. Not that would matter, but you know what I mean. And that was the time when ferry, you could only drive on the left side, the right side. Now I think you're on the right and the left is closed. But but she was on the right. So she was over there, you know, where it was, where all the cones were.
Yeah.
And somehow
She
veered
went off
in and hit the tree hard. When I drive by the tree, I see it a lot. It's really kind of sick. She used to just see it. She buried the tree. Hit it good. So I guess that'd have been where sadly Nevaeh would have been pinned. But yes,
And
she
She
you
was
can
charged,
see the-
DWI,
with a child in the car.
a child in the car, and she,
And it took 6 months.
Yeah, assault with a vehicular assault.
yeah.
And it's only worth 7 years. So you know if it's worth 7 years, you'd be lucky to get 2.
Right.
You'd be lucky to get 2. I'm assuming it'll be probably enough to keep her in county jail. Like, you know what I mean? They won't send her up to the state
Yeah.
prison
No,
either
because,
way.
I think county jail only hit people for like three years or something like
Hmm.
that. Anything more than that. they would go.
Or the state, right? So I would imagine they won't ever do anything to send her up there, because why would you just put an ankle monitor on her? And then I wonder if you could, and you know what? We learned this through D'Angelo's trial. They don't take the internet seriously.
Yeah, they don't.
These people are on here posting things like that. The family sees it, you know, and that should be worth something. You know what I mean? Like saying that kind of stuff.
They should be taking the internet more seriously and they don't.
At least I'm home. I mean, what are you saying?
Yeah.
The other girl's not home. She's been in intensive care in a coma for 6 months.
That they should see what she wrote. Honestly, that should count against her and she should be in deep shit for just writing that.
Oh, Mallory, we're going to talk about that shortly, about community service. That'll be talked about here in a few minutes.
She should go right into jail for that.
Yeah.
Like they
Oh yeah,
should,
they should hold her.
they
to a
should see
trial.
that.
Been arrested that night.
Well, yeah, that's another thing too. But I mean, they should see that and just,
Yeah,
that's it. You go,
We're
you know,
taking your
no
monitor.
more, no more ankle monitor.
because I guess the monitor takes the place of bail, or maybe takes the place of putting her in there.
Right.
But now, forget it. You're going in, and you're going to stay there till trial. I don't understand why it's so hard to do that.
Right.
We thought that with D'Angelo. Why is it so difficult?
Because it wasn't a simple accident. Or
Right.
something like that. This is somebody driving under the influence with a
With a
child,
kid.
with a kid.
So
in the
that's
car.
when Leandra's law
Right.
thing. And they let her go for 6 months before they even decided to
Charge her. Yeah. So it seems. Yeah.
Mhm.
seriously.
Yeah.
The justice system is fucked.
It's terrible.
I kind of, well,
Yeah.
I'd love to know what's the reasoning behind that.
What's? Yeah, I don't know, because vehicular assault.
Who's
Then
the
just
DA Seaman?
yes.
Yeah.
Then just assault and a DWI with a minor in the car are the main charges.
Well, Seaman's supposed to be bringing D'Angelo up with his fraud case.
And that's delayed, right? That got delayed again.
Did it?
Yeah.
Did it really?
Yeah, like it's what we got here from our guy,
Scott.
Scott. You see, I seen he got his election fraud case delayed.
Oh, Scott, when was that? Was that recently?
20 minutes there.
Hi, Kevin. We're talking about Nevaeh Corantillo, who the person who hit her finally got charged, and then how she reacted. She's got an ankle bracelet, and what she did online, you know, saying things kind of antagonizing in a way. I would definitely antagonize
Yeah.
the family for no reason at all. I mean, just to be, I don't even know what the hell it is. Probably not, right? I bet she's just saying stupid shit about herself. Oh, it was in the Gazette front page Saturday. Oh, I didn't see
I
that.
didn't see that either.
Oh, do you have a picture of it that you can
What
send?
the
us?
hell? What?
How does he keep getting it delayed? I don't understand.
I'm saying just throw it out. And I mean, just because it's a joke. So we're gonna go through the process to do nothing.
They're gonna do it just like they did with the rape.
Yeah,
case,
so
where I
just-
get on.
And he shouldn't get, think about it, he shouldn't get anything for this. If you give only 4 for rape, I think election fraud's fine. Actually, I endorse it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Have election fraud at all, because what the hell? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can't, it
The
does.
DA honestly deserved what happened to her, to be honest.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. Kind of did. Absolutely. Yeah. He face washed her. Like he just mocked her.
Yep.
And everyone was good with it. So
The parents gotta be going crazy.
I know. Yeah. Of
Feel
Nevaeh.
bad for them.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel bad for them too. No, that's all right. That's all right. No, it's all right. I mean, no, of course, the
Thanks
parents,
for bringing that up.
I think their grandmother of the child was in she ended up in the mugshots, message board, in the
Yeah.
comments,
Oh, okay.
and kind of said something, but not really. She was I got to give her credit. She was very, nice. Yeah. Like almost. I don't know. How do you get someone to stay in jail? What do you have to do to get someone to have to stay there until trial? Now she's not I'm sure they're going to look at D'Angelo was a threat to the community.
Yep.
We know that.
Still is.
Now, is she a threat to the community? Not sure.
But they said D'Angelo wasn't.
Right. No. They said he wasn't, right. But he was. That was our point. Like, you can say this, you could say he's not going anywhere. He did meet it because it was the community. You're
And I
putting him
think
at
this
risk.
woman is a threat to the community too, because if she has no remorse for what she did,
It's up
then
front, right.
Yeah.
what's going to prevent her from doing it again?
Exactly.
True. Yeah. What prevents her from, except the ankle monitor, I guess.
No, the ankle monitor does nothing but certain times, I think, of the day, she has to let a probation officer know when she's leaving her house, because it kind of like keeps you on house arrest, if you will, but you are allowed to leave.
Leave.
So as long as the probation officer knows, oh, I'm going to the store right now or something, she has to go to the store and come back. But other than that, it's just keeping her at home.
Would you think she's not allowed to drink alcohol or
Well, you
do
would
drugs?
think,
You would think, right?
What they should do is like,
I just curious. You never know.
Suspend her license.
on some of the cars, they put a thing on there so that you have to blow in it before you can actually start it.
Yes.
Now, that would be a good idea to do something after she hit a kid and almost killed him. They should have one of those monitors on her car.
Right. And after she drove around drunk with her own child. I mean, it's like 2 crimes.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I don't understand what took them so long to charge her.
I don't either.
Yeah. I was disgusted when they didn't arrest her at the scene.
Yeah.
How do you walk away from that?
Right.
I know. Yeah, right. I don't know how you,
You're
but yeah.
drunk. How did they know she was drunk? They had to
Is
test
there
her.
possible they didn't know she was at the time?
No,
Well,
they had to.
Then how would they know because then how would they know after the fact?
Yes, 6 months
She should
later.
have had handcuffs on her immediately.
Exactly.
The car impounded, the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Scott's good point. Wonder how that woman would have felt if that child in the car was her. Yeah, that would have a whole different story, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, yeah, that's a good question. Like DWI, could she have been, does it have to be alcohol or could it be something else? Could it have been,
It could be under the influence
Of anything, right?
drugs,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like it was that more than drinking. I don't know
Doesn't matter.
from what I
Still driving
read.
under the influence.
And though they don't, how do they test for that? Is that blood?
It's DWI, driving while
Mm-hmm.
intoxicated, or DUI, driving under the influence. So I don't know which one she
Yeah.
was.
DWI as they gave her.
Okay, then she was drinking,
It's drink. Okay.
driving while intoxicated.
Wow. No, I don't know. Just
And they have those breathalyzers that they make you blow into right there.
oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know how she got away with this. Like, I know we don't know exactly what happened, but I know this is the first word they made it. We just heard it that she was charged for the first time
Right.
for this. So yeah, and she's out now
And they
mocking
wonder
people.
why
online.
people take justice into their own hands.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you get in trouble.
Oh, you're going to jail. Yeah, you're going in. You're going to be a danger. You're not getting monitored. No, definitely. No, it's a big problem. And then 7 years, then the maximum of the sentence that possible. And we know no one ever gets the maximum anything.
No.
And here there'll be a plea. I mean, there'll be a plea. We're going to talk about a plea deal in the next one, which is disgusting. The next case we have, but this one here, I think the biggest thing that really got was what happened on Facebook.
Yeah.
That was just unreal. to go on there. It was one thing, okay, people, the mug shots, look, the stuff in the comments are ridiculous.
Now, she has a probation officer who's monitoring her ankle.
Right.
Okay,
They shouldn't do anything.
but they should be notified. Now, they're not sitting there, and you know, because of D'Angelo, they're not watching these patients.
Right.
Somebody should notify them and say, look at what she's doing. She's at home on the internet saying stuff like this.
Yeah.
You're gonna do anything? Because they don't know.
Right.
They don't
Right.
know.
No, they wouldn't know. No, I know. It's just, like that right there is what caused me to even do that. I mean, I would have probably mentioned it, but that's what like caused the story, is that she's out there doing that.
I mean, if I was the grandmother, obviously the grandmother went on and said something bad. She should be reporting it.
Yeah.
Right.
People
Really.
did,
Right.
now she deleted it, but people did screenshot it.
Well, there you go.
You know.
Yeah.
So she wasn't able to get that away. We are going to be talking about it. We sure are going to be talking about that. Actually, we might as well talk about it right now.
Yeah.
We could switch over. I don't have a video on this, but it was called Sweet Angels Daycare, right? We had Karen Enterline, I think that's how you say her name, Enterline, whatever.
Karen Antoline.
Yeah, pleaded guilty to intent to harass, annoy, or alarm a child at the daycare center. And that, but she shoved, kicked, and otherwise subjected them to physical contact or attempted to threaten to do the same. She was originally charged with 1 count of endangering the welfare of a child. She had a plea deal, $250 fine and 50 hours of community service is what she got.
Slap in the face.
For abusing a child in your care.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a slap. in
And
the
all
face.
that, who knows what, yeah, right. Yeah, see, that's it.
Mhm.
Pronounced
We can
Karen.
just do whatever we want in Niagara County.
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Think about that.
it's like
plea
the
deal.
Wild West.
Actually, it should be the Wild Wild West. Carry your own, get your own sidearm and
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's it. That was all. Tony says, what? That's it. Under 4 years old. Yeah, so that's what they were doing. That's what you got. I mean, I'm reading it. I mean, I know you guys out there have a better handle of it. I just wrote down what I have
I'm sick
read.
of these plea deals too.
Yeah,
Like I'm
me-
really sick of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, who's going to stop that plea deal? Think about it. You know, like in the other one, they had to trick the victims in D'Angelo
Yeah.
and Belter. This, no one's got it. It's just that. It just happens.
Right.
I mean, it just don't matter.
Because there's no representation for the victims in this one.
Mallory's child was one of them.
Yeah.
I guess ask Mallory. There's 2 other people, Victoria Stanton and Alexis Cleveley. Is that right? 2 other people that are charged with endangering the welfare of a child, and they haven't been. What's going on with them? Have they been? Have they had their day in court or not? If you know. Yes, but they're still awaiting. I guess what you call it, trial or whatever you want to call it. I assume. But if you January 23rd, and what are they going to get? Like, what do they get now? Looking at that sets a nice. What could they do? Yeah, it's sick. I don't understand how you could have $250 fine and 50 hours community service.
I mean, did they even like say she's never allowed to run a daycare again or work in the daycare or do anything with children? I mean, has she been abolished from anything like that?
Right. Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah,
that is
yeah.
a good
They
point.
closed the place in Newfane,
Well,
I
yeah,
guess,
that
but
was
that's
closed.
obvious. Yeah. Alexis Cleveley has arraignment. Victoria will either plea or go to trial. She cannot be around children. Yes, she cannot be around children. She's 60 plus years old.
Wow.
And look at the
Amazing.
I mean, shoving, kicking, harassing, annoying, scaring the little kids. They're 4 years old. They're little ones. Not that it matters if they weren't, but what the fuck? What?
What is wrong with people?
Something really wrong. That's what it is. Something's,
Yeah.
she's an unstable.
The whole place.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
but
disgusting.
it's the 50 hours community service. Holy cow. I did more to graduate from Niagara Catholic. I believe, because I had to do, and yes, I had to do more. I think even Our Lady of Mount Carmel, they made me do more community service. The thing that we have read that happened to our kids is sick, she says. And that's what you get for this. Now think about what you've gone through, right? You see a guy, and I'm going to just bring it all down here all the way to this. You have D'Angelo, you have Belter. They raped people, children. They did it all. They got nothing. Nothing. The guy got 4 months. The other guy got nothing. He never even went to jail, Belter. We got the person with Nevaeh.
The only reason that D'Angelo did was because of Noel.
Yeah, it'd have been Belter.
Yeah.
It certainly would have been. He would have just got house arrest.
Yes.
There's no doubt in my mind. That's
No,
why.
I
That's why the father's so angry, because they were waiting to buy that house and let him go on house arrest in wherever,
Yeah.
Lockport or whatever. Well, too bad.
Sell yourself short this year.
Yeah, the 50 hours community service and people still coming forward. This is nowhere near done. Wow. How did they give it? Were you there when they gave her? Just curious, in the courtroom or something, when they gave her that plea deal? Just curious, because it's got to be it's got to be shocking.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what to
Like
say.
Noel said, these plea deals, like, just are ridiculous. I mean,
Like they're trying to keep people out of jail. They're
yes,
trying to keep people out of jail.
and they go from like first-degree rape to like annoyance. I just don't understand.
The stuff they did to these kids was
things-
sick.
Yeah,
Listen to what she said.
but
That's
just
unbelievable.
In all these cases, the plea deals that they give them are just not
Oh, they're not even
anywhere
close.
near what the
crimes.
charges are.
And there's another thing, and everything varies from state to state. In some other states, you wouldn't get that. You'd get
Yep.
they get them good. And I don't understand why every state does the same thing. You know what I mean? That law
Wow.
for rape should be standard in every state.
Yep.
Mallory says her arraignment, her family filled the courtroom, gave them, the victims, dirty looks, video recorded us in the parking lot.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Her date for pleading guilty, it was her and her husband only. Okay, at where she got her plea deal. Yeah, right. And they keep arresting Katie. But
Yeah.
Katie keeps going to jail
right.
She's a
'Cause
threat to
that's-
society.
Yeah.
in
that's
charges
what we-
that don't even exist.
Right.
That's they don't even there's not even a court date for her ever. They just take her in.
Wasn't so serious.
Yeah, that's what Mallory said. It's funny but not funny. My middle finger was flying high on their cameras. Angela said, no compassion anymore. No. And in the legal system, I mean, God, Seaman's terrible. He's no better than the guy in Erie County. So
It's terrible.
yeah, just absolutely terrible. I mean, when they're sitting there, the stuff is sick that happened. We got a mother of one of the children. Just said
Right.
it on here. And the judge comes up, how's the plea deal? They come up with it together, right? Isn't that how that works? So the prosecution's good.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is okay. We like this.
Yeah.
Congratulations, everyone. Because that's what they do. They congratulate each other.
Yeah.
They were real happy. Like, D'Angelo, we know firsthand how happy they were. And then this one here, these are little kids and she says sick. So I have no idea what that, but just think about that. When you
Right.
think about what I just read here, shoved, kicked, otherwise subjected them to physical contact or attempted or threatened to do the same.
They threaten these kids. I mean,
4
from
years
what I
old.
remember reading and stuff like that, kids were threatened that their parents would get hurt if they went told anything. I mean,
This is
scared the
insane.
hell out of
Extortion.
little kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
These poor little kids were being abused and were scared to say anything because they didn't want their parents to be hurt.
Oh my
whatever.
God.
They were being threatened on top of being physically abused.
Mallory said they sat in the front row with shirts on with their kids' faces on it, making sure the judge saw our kids.
Good.
Let me tell you, my daughter is 4, turned 4 in July. And the judge they looked right
the
at,
judge for it.
that's a good question. And they looked right at the pictures and don't
Babies.
care. If you say timeout, she drops to fetal position. That's her daughter.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's worth
Yeah.
50 hours of what?
Yeah.
Going to the boys club? I don't know what you're going to do.
Washing the floor or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even that, I'm going to tell you what, even community service for these crimes, I bet you people get let go,
Oh, yeah.
go easy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're not finished.
Oh,
Yeah,
if you
someone will just say
find
they did.
somebody-
Yeah,
If you find somebody
find the
who
right person.
owns like something that we're like, say the boys club,
Mhm.
you know them. They'll sign off for you. I mean,
Right.
it's been done. I've seen it myself.
I have seen it too.
Can't touch her hair, she said.
Can't touch her hair.
Yeah, only 4. Had to put up with that, and they don't care. That's the whole part of, like, they don't care. The Niagara County yeah, who was the judge, if you don't, Mallory? Because I remember because of course D'Angelo's the one that we're so familiar with, when they did those victim statements. They could care less.
Mm-hmm.
They could care less.
So they obviously
Oh,
told these kids
Jesus.
too that their parents
Barnes.
didn't love
The
them.
name of the judge was
Yeah.
Barnes. Yes.
Just sign up for Hamas.
How about that? She asked me why I don't love her.
Yeah.
Why do
Oh.
I hate her? And whoever Judge Barnes is, yeah. What again? Deals of the century they give out to people. I mean, this person here, Karen Anterline, just got the deal of the century.
I just have to, Mallory, my heart goes out to you, to your daughter, to everybody that was involved. That's just awful.
These were just little babies.
Yeah. Oh.
Babies.
The only thing that they can do is publicly get this out as much as you can for as long as you can and shame the shit out of these people forever, you know, and cause them grief.
As
That's the
long
only-
as you say the truth, they can't stop you.
Right. They see you go to the grocery store, these people, they see them, people shout out stuff to them.
That she asks her big brother and sister if they want her dead. Her brother and sister are 10 and 13. How the fuck do you answer, let alone explain that? Yeah. Oh, we're going to fucking yeah. They run the courts and prosecutors. Yeah, they do. Yeah, I mean, this makes no sense. I mean, we just got done with Nevaeh's case, and we don't understand this here. It's a track. You know what I mean? It's like a thing. It's not just a
There should be-
one-off.
I hope you guys end up like we did and get a poster bandit and put their faces all over the place.
Right.
Yes.
Just like our poster bandit did. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Karen, and then they can't be around kids. So she's 60 years old, Karen, I guess. But I don't know how you fixed it. You know, everything's elected too. That's what's sick. Judges are elected. You know, the sheriff's elected. The DA's. It's all elections. It's all bullshit.
Right.
It's all. So it won't matter. We never fix this. Why am I forgetting who the last? It was. That's right. It was Watazik
Yeah.
to Seaman.
Right.
I mean, I understand completely. The law won't do much. However, badass moms will create chaos.
That's right.
It's got to happen.
Right.
That's what they're asking you to do.
Yeah.
They almost are. Well, how about the one that said we should have civil unrest?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The one prosecutor that said that.
Yeah.
So you want me to break windows and bust stuff, and then they're going to arrest me, and then
Right.
I'm going to go down. I will be held without bail.
Yep.
They make sure they are elected. They sure do, because no one runs against anybody. There's not a legitimate guy that'll run against this
Well, it
DA.
doesn't matter because if they're already promised a position, it does not
There's
matter.
really no election at all.
No, there really isn't.
Yep.
It's just,
They should stop wasting money doing them,
yeah, right.
because and just let them be like, you know, dictator kings, whatever. And there you go.
Yeah.
Until you don't want it no more, we'll find the next guy who
Right.
we want to do that too. I don't know. But I'll tell you, last year, 2023, no, it started before that, but you really got to feel it. Like how bad this has been. Every case hasn't stopped. I mean, Belter was the first one that I recall being like, oh my God, they really just faked out these victims, sadly. They
Yeah.
screwed them. Then they screwed them here. They screwed them so bad in D'Angelo's case that they took away other cases that he just threw them out.
Throughout the cases that were supposed to come after that one.
Yep.
Just wait. They told the girls, wait until this one's over,
Yep.
then we'll get to you. They knew
They knew what they were doing.
that was going to be part of the deal.
Right.
Absolutely.
And how do you do that to a victim? There's just no understanding of a victim or a victim's mentality when you just take away their case and say, oh, this just didn't like it didn't
Right.
happen.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, how are you supposed to just say, oh, okay, well, I'll just go along with whatever they said when you didn't even get a chance to have a say?
No, exactly. No, it's sad. It's sad.
Fucking crazy.
It's disgusting. I mean, these aren't cases like, you know, we're not talking, well, you're getting robbed. You're getting fucking physically assaulted and attacked and raped.
People are more astounded if you
Right.
got robbed.
Oh, we
Break
know
into
that.
my garage and people will be on the case if they stole my gas can.
Or you hear more of people stealing Hyundais.
Yeah.
Cars.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
Mhm.
And all that kind of alert to the public.
Yeah.
This thing is just hard to even put words to it.
Our victims advocate with the state police has been incredible. However, yeah, balls were dropped. They sure were. I mean, it's,
Are.
they always are. Yeah. Purposefully though.
Mhm.
Like these are done on purpose, right?
Yep.
Explain the fears in your house. I just don't understand what more. I'm trying to think of a time where they have thrown the book at anybody. I can't think of any, or they've really, when was the last person that got sent to state prison that didn't have what do you call it? Already like a parole violation or something. Yeah. Oh, well. You know what? We are going to do something real quick. I'm going to take a quick break. Hold on a second, guys. We will be back in a moment. All right, guys. Just let you. Noelle had to. She's not feeling good. Her kids are sick, like and stuff. So, she's not feeling good. So she's gonna go take off for the rest of the episode. We're gonna probably close out a little bit quicker too today. Because
Bike path rapist.
bike
Was the
path
one that was
rapist.
that was in
That wasn't-
Williamsville or one of those areas.
Wasn't that by UB?
Yes.
Yes.
The UB bike path, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Did somebody just put that
He
up
just
there?
finally died in prison, that guy.
Oh, he did go to prison.
You know how long ago that was? That was a long while. That was a while ago. Was it, Robin? That was
Yeah.
definitely a long while ago.
Yeah, that was a real long while ago.
Yeah.
So they put him,
20 years maybe.
he
Yeah.
was a rapist,
definitely.
they put him in jail, let him die there, and now all of a sudden they decided that's really not a good thing to
Too
do.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah, let's not do that anymore.
The fact that Nair County and
Yeah, she
Erie
was saying
County.
that that was the last person
Insane.
that
Gotta be
where
pretty
that
involved.
they actually threw the book at.
I still can't get over the thing that you said about them throwing out active cases.
Right.
That really is the one out of all of it. You know what I mean? That's three of them.
Cases that were waiting to go after he was sentenced for,
More
rape
felonies. Yeah.
charges. Yep, and part of his deal was those were not allowed to see the light of day.
And I guess that's why I keep saying just throw out the election fraud too. Because why even bother? You just tossed out felonies,
Right.
violent
Yep.
stuff, and you just don't. They didn't
Yeah.
care. So then you get this $250 fine. I don't know, 50 hours community service. January 23rd is the next time that these other two are Victoria Stanton and Alexis Cleveley. They're only 22 years old, charged with endangering the welfare of a child. So I'm guessing they'll get the same. They will. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
It was all endangering the welfare of a child, which is really, when she's telling you what they did, it's more than endangering the welfare. They
It was
dangered.
abuse.
Yeah, it's abuse.
Yeah.
They actually
Physical
did
and
it.
mental abuse.
How do you let that go? What is the prosecutors doing? I mean, holy cow, what the fuck? Let me see what we got here. And before I forget, when Charlie, my baby, we allowed her to watch the news when they announced the closing. She looked at the TV and then looked at my husband and I, and she said, "They closed the bad school, Mom." Then she saw myself and her and Aunt Cassie on TV and smiled. She's not going to take the plea. Oh, really? Oh, wow. So she wants not. Holy cow.
Wow.
Yeah, good.
Was
Yeah.
she wants to go to trial?
Let's go to trial.
Oh,
Good.
Good.
Wow.
Boy, they got to be mad. The prosecutors must be so mad 'cause they love to just get this done with.
they probably feel that because this is coming from children, that they can rattle a kid and make it like seem like it's not believable. That's
Right.
what they want to do
Hmm.
because they're just little babies. Actually, like, kids are babies.
Right.
Oh, please go to trial. Can you imagine? Is that which one's gonna? Because there's Victoria Stanton and Alexis. Which one is going to go to trial? Are they both? Just curious. What a fucking wow! You're looking at that plea deal, and that's what you're gonna do. I guess you don't want to not be away from. I don't understand. From what we hear in the small ass town, her family wants her to reject it. Both are doing that. Cassie says Victoria. So Can you imagine what balls?
Wow.
No, you're just gonna turn it down.
Yeah.
Might as well. If you already know it's fixed, I guess. I don't know. But you see that now.
You have a community service. Why would you want a
Hmm.
chance going to jail, which, she wants it thrown out, but
Right.
Right.
community service.
What'll end up happening, my guess is, if there's a trial, by day 3, she'll take the plea deal. You know what I mean? Once maybe she'll realize, oh God, I'm not gonna, because that's the other thing that's messed up. They'll still be able to take the plea deal, I would assume. Like right in trial, they'll probably be like, okay, I submit, I'll take it.
Right.
When they realize it's not gonna work. There's no way she knows everything they have on her.
Well, you would think,
Yeah.
Jesse, but unfortunately, the prosecutor and the DA talk all the time and they don't hold anything back. So whatever, your prosecutor knows and the DA knows, they tell each other.
Right.
And I'll tell you, I still say this. I think we were saying it during D'Angelo. They're lazy, the prosecutors. They want this stuff just to be done quickly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They don't really care. It's the faster it is, the more they congratulate
It's
each
like a
other.
machine and more money they make.
And then you could do more. And they might have their own private. Who knows what they're doing? But I know they like it to get done quick. I felt that way. I mean, once D'Angelo, for example, finally got in there, that went quick, right? Everything kind of went fast. This is fucked up. This is God.
They're babies.
Yeah, that you just are. Listen to that. You can't touch her hair. You can't even. No, fuck is this? 4 years old. So she and Mallory and Cassie would, obviously go to trial if you can. Mallory, let us know what's the 23rd. Is that when trial is, or is that when they're just back in court? Those two.
Oh, yeah.
Not sure. I think she said 1:30 on the 23rd, but I'm not sure what that is. That might be just them coming in to say no to the plea deal. We won't miss a day, Mallory said. Well, you know what else? How do you do it as a judge or whatever? Yes, 23rd back in court. You know what I mean? Like you gotta, like when you listen to the victim statement of the minor and D'Angelo's thing, or you see the parents sitting there with the pictures of the kids that were abused on there. God, you gotta have a lot of something. I don't, that's pretty cold. You're
So she said, Alexis, the one of them, is
Sorry.
being arraigned on the 23rd. So
Okay.
that doesn't mean there's court yet.
Victoria is supposed to accept or reject the plea at that date. Well, we'll see then if that pig decides to go to trial.
Yeah.
I really believe that you might go to trial and then just say, like I said, then submit somewhere in there when you realize it's not going your way and beg them to give you the plea and they'll give it. They're not going to say no.
No.
They never do.
No.
Yeah. So this case has been, at least it definitely has been covered in the paper.
Yeah.
I've seen it there.
It's been on
Yeah.
TV.
It's been on TV.
I saw it, yeah.
At least they got that out there like that.
Yeah, they put that out there at
Mm.
least. Hey, Burdette. happy
Which
New
is
Year.
which is why they had to close the daycare, right? Because nobody was going because they
Right.
heard
Yeah, how
the
could you?
word.
Right. How the hell can you?
Yeah, there's a price to pay. You want it for the owner and everything, you're shutting down, you're being shut down.
Now, was that Karen Anterline? Was she just a worker or was she the head of it? I don't know.
Yeah, was Karen who was on those three, was anybody who was like the boss, was a 60-year-old the boss, I assume maybe, or like what was she? Just curious. Worker.
She was a worker.
Who was in charge of the place?
Like who owns it?
Yeah, who owns the place? Yeah,
Yeah.
who was the owner of that? They should be sued. Victoria was the director. Okay, Victoria
Wow.
Stanton.
Wait a minute.
How about the owner?
Now I'm so sorry.
Kelly Doel is the owner.
No.
There's the owner. Man, Tricia says Satan.
Yeah.
Very true.
No background checks on these people when they hire them and.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I had one incident with daycare way, way long ago when Dominique and Mestina were little, and it was a mess.
Yeah.
It lasted. The first time I went to go pick them up had to be the last because you could just see what was going on.
I know I took my
Yeah.
son to a daycare once and it got to the point, it wasn't every day. It was, I don't know if it was 2 or 3 days a week. I would drop him off and he would literally attach himself to my leg and scream. He didn't want to be left there. I had to take him out of there. There's something wasn't right. I mean, for anybody to scream like that. and like claw at me.
Right.
Something wasn't right there. It was
Right.
in a basement of a church
Wow.
right on Terry Road. So I had to take them out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point, Cassie. If they have never done anything, then there's the background check comes back clean.
Right.
Right.
Because they're never caught doing this. Because then again, once again, this
Right.
isn't their first
Yeah.
time abusing kids. I can't even imagine what they do to their own if they have any.
But if they do a background check after this, will that even show up?
They're better. Yeah, right. Yeah, the community. Yeah, I wonder on the community service thing. What did you get? Was that a misdemeanor? What is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, no problem.
so go ahead and do a background check. If they didn't get convicted, is it even gonna show up?
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. Disgusting.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It really
I
is.
just don't understand. What has happened?
That's a good
With
question.
our society, what has happened?
Yeah. What has happened? Where the hell are we? Why? Should be easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like this
the
should be
whole
something
public-
across,
The whole people in the whole area should be outraged. Where is the outrage?
and it should be just easy for the prosecutors to put these. If you can't give these people the ones that are abusing kids the maximum of whatever that is. Think about how bad you are as a prosecutor, or how just inept the whole thing is. That's how I noticed something was going on with Miracle as well. I started connecting dots, saw another child lose it, and I took off looking for her mom, Kelly Siapa, who was also on the news with us. Fucked over by CPS, Kelly. Yeah, I just don't understand these. Like we talked about Nevaeh, how did it take so long to charge? Why is this? That's like $250 fine is like a speeding ticket or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, maybe if you're driving recklessly. I mean, I don't, whatever. You might get more for that
Yeah.
or something. Passing a guy that will go and get a counterfeit bill who doesn't know it, let's say and pass it, you might get more. You know what I mean? If you were to, what is happening? Yeah, we're in trouble. Big trouble. Our
Society's in trouble.
in hell.
Mhm.
Yeah. And she asked for 6 months to pay it. Cell phone infraction. Yeah, this is a joke.
Yeah. You're right for that.
Absolute joke. All right, everyone. I think we're going to try to wrap this up a little bit early. Noelle, unfortunately, I think has caught the flu bug. So that's too bad. Yeah, it's going around again.
Yeah.
It's annual.
Yeah, it ain't COVID, huh?
It is. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
don't worry about it now. We're
Same
good.
thing. I mean, you're getting flu.
It is the same thing,
It is.
isn't it?
It's just different flu.
I can't wait to get.
Yeah.
Good night, Cassie. Thank
Don't
you,
be
guys.
Scared of that. Just don't be scared.
Oh, here's Kelly. No.
Huh?
And CPS said nothing was founded. There's no abuse. We can take your daughter back. Oh, wow. Cass and I would love to come out. You come on anytime you guys want, Mallory.
Yes,
just
please.
send me a mess. Tell me when, and that Monday will be yours. Whenever it is. Okay. There's no one that would go in front of you.
Yeah.
Just tell me and you're in. That'd be great. We'd love to have you on. I know there's a lot of times you've got other things going on, but if you got time, we're in. Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Just tell me.
Yeah.
All of you guys, come on in because I just send you the links and we're
You
ready
get
to
the
go.
Limelight on that. That should be.
Thankfully, we're going to do it because I know the other people have. Luckily, she's got the media. She talks to them and they're kind of putting it out there.
Yeah.
The news you saw that you've seen it on TV news and in the newspaper. Kelly says
That's good.
absolutely. We will for sure. We will coordinate. Yes, we will.
Sue the living shit out of them.
Yeah. Tony says to Noelle to get well soon. The flu is wicked. All right. Why don't we wrap it up here? Poor Noelle is sick. Why don't we all go home before we get sick? You guys are home. That's fine though. We're not home.
Welcome to.
I know that's what I was gonna say.
You're home too.
Yeah, I know. This has been great. Anyways, we're a new year. Episode 178. I guess I'll real quick say this. If you ever can, donate blood. There's a blood shortage. So please, the American Red Cross or wherever they're doing blood drives, if you can, donate blood, please. Because with Robin being sick and everybody knows, our life is kind of an open book. Hey, I got a new co-host. Oh, you can see her too.
There you go.
Hey, all right. What's going on with Robin? I'll tell you what, she's needed many blood transfusions lately, like 3 of them, since October. And please, they're running out of blood and we need help. Other than that, think about this Wednesday night, Dennis Hannon's show will be on at 6 o'clock, and we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Palestine, Israel. We're going to be talking about, there's some more stuff. We got a whole list of stuff that we're going to talk about. Oh, remember the teacher? She was going to come. We thought she was going to come on. She's going to come on. And she said, no.
Yeah.
She won't. Kelly
Yeah.
reached out, but then all of a sudden when it came time, she didn't want to do it. So you'll get to see Dennis show on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. It's going to be great. He's got these, I know he's such a smart guy. So we'll learn a lot from him. And a lot more things than just Palestine, Israel, a lot more. Then, what the hell else do I got going on, Rob? Nothing on Thursday, right? Friday is the sports show.
Right.
Tuesday night. Oh, I skipped over Tuesday night. Puckett with me and Bill.
Right. Hopefully.
Hopefully Puckett, depending on your doctor's appointment. But Tuesday night's Puckett. Puckett's been going over well. Not bad.
Most odd thing, it's a 5 o'clock.
Yeah, 5 o'clock doctor's appointment on Tuesday night.
Yeah. And he's always like 2 hours late.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, maybe this will be the last you might get in right away because
That's what I was saying.
it's happened to me where I got in and I was right there.
That's what we're hoping. Maybe he's done in the hospital, and it's here in Niagara Falls. Luckily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know what's going on too.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, definitely. Other than that, Friday with me and Scott Taggart on what's the name of the show, Robin? This is terrible. You remember the Spitball and Sports podcast? And then on Saturday at 2 o'clock, the wrestling show, Falls Count Anywhere. So
All right.
thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a good one.
I have.